Namaste, everyone. I'm Jeni Ji, and thanks for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you. Now, make sure you hit that subscribe button right down there in the corner in order to get new content on my channel. There's going to be a lot more content soon coming here as I start building, of course, with surprises, by the way. So, I'm going to talk about what's coming up this week, July 8th to the 15th, cosmically? The cosmic vibes. It's all about the vibes. With 8th of July, starting off today, this is a really good day for you to manifest whatever it is you're desiring. It's a master number day. Whenever we have master number days, it's important to really pay attention to what's going on and to start manifesting as well. But most importantly, some of you have been going through like clearing and healing situations. Today is also where you could be letting go a lot more. You could be clearing, resolving, reflecting back on past relationships and situations. You're going to get triggered by spirit, as I say, geez, Jeni, why all of a sudden am I seeing this or feeling that? Or why did that memory come back? Because your soul is bringing things to the surface to help you get back into your soul's identity. This week, you're going to find out more of who you are. You're going to get pulled towards more of your passions, and you're going to see you even more in the spotlight within your soul because you're going to identify more with your soul, which is really important. Yeah, but Jeni, how do I know I'm going to like identify more with who I am? Because when you are following what you resonate with, what your passions are on your own path, you're just going to feel that, you know what, this feels really right. You know, other people are really shocked by the direction I want to go or what I'm changing or what I'm doing. That's right. You have to be true to you. This is why we have, for quite some time, been transforming within ourselves. We've been doing some clearing with ancestral healing. I did a separate video on that. We have Chiron energy, which brings more things up to the surface as well. So whenever you're getting those triggers, pay attention to what's triggering you. You might also find that your feet and your toes might kind of feel a little bit kind of off or tingly or like, why are my toes or my feet like a little bit sore today? That's kind of weird. Maybe get a manicure, right? You know, on your feet, the pedicure manicure on your feet. Maybe soak your feet in some, Epsom salts and such like that, because certain days your body reacts differently to the cosmic vibes that's going on. And on the 8th, that's your higher self tapping in, that's your soul guiding you and talking to you, because we also have Mercury. And that energy is going to help you shift forward. So really embrace what you are seeing, feeling. You could be really like, I'm going to really work on my projects today. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Really pay attention to what you're being gravitated towards, what you're being pulled towards, because that's your soul's path. That's your identity. You're going to even see it more so this week with who you are, because you're going to get more recognition with, gee, wow, you've really been making changes, or, it's time for you to get a promotion, or wow, we can really see that you've been working out. All of that identity within your soul is going to be coming through with more recognition. And it's not so much about how others view you or see you or whatever it is. What steps you have been taking within your soul that is best for you. We all have our own journey, of course. So even on the 9th and the 10th, you might be having some issues with your teeth and your tongue and your vocal cords, even around the 11th. But especially on the 9th and 10th, you're going to find that, You're going to have some issues. So just really make sure that you really take that step back for you. Really, 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 really important as you're on your journey. You're going to feel more optimistic on the 9th. You're going to feel like, I've got more energy today, more energy today. And your ideas are coming through. And whenever you're feeling called or pulled, your soul's trying to talk to you and saying, hey, we're trying to identify more of who you are. Really pay attention. You might be like, oh, I never even thought of that idea. I never even really, that's interesting, because you're facing your fears this week. You're facing your fears even more. You have let people go. You have seen different signs with people that you're like, geez, I don't resonate with them anymore. I just can't be around them anymore. And it's not you're saying you're better than anybody else. We all evolve on our own way. And especially this week, your soul's identity is coming through more. You might be like, wow, I just reconciled with someone I haven't seen for quite some time. Wow, it's so nice to see them. Wow, gosh, maybe we should get together and do something, catch up on all of that. So we go through all changes, and even people that we haven't talked to for quite some time, or we're like, I just had to let them go, whatever, or they let you go. You might find that all of a sudden, abracadabra, they might reappear this week as well. And you're going to be like, wow, I just got a message from them, or I just bumped into them and into the mall or wherever it is. Go with the now, stay in the now. See how you feel. See how you feel. You might see somebody as you're out and about and like, oh, hell no. I don't want nothing to do with them or whatever. Go on your own flow. But you can't run away from karmic situations and that, right? We're always going to bump into certain people that we like or we don't like, and the choice is yours, right? So as you're changing and transforming in quantum leaps this week, you're identifying more with who you are. That goes either way. Some of you might be very spontaneous and be like, boof, I'm going to change this, or boof, I'm going to do that. Listen to what resonates within. Your soul's talking to you guys. Your soul is really saying, hey, because on the 10th, you're going to want to speak your truth. You're only going to want to be around people that you connect with even more. There's so much truth that has been exposed in the world, and that's just going to continuing on and on and on. There's more changes right now than there has been in 10,000 years. So much is happening. So be you, be true to you, because the messages that you're going to hear on the 10th can be very life-changing. We have Mars moving into Virgo, which is wanting things to resolve within yourself, resolving with situations that could be sticky, situations that might be out of place. You're still letting go of certain situations and people and such like that. And you're going to find that, I need more space as well, right? The 11th, you could have some issues with your neck and your vocal cords, your thyroid and stuff like that for you singers or for you speakers, let's say. You might be like, I feel a little off. I just trying to communicate, but I'm trying to clear my throat, or really listen to that. Really listen to that, right? I mean, it happens. In some cases, like just gargle with some hot water and salt, or a little mouthwash or something like that. Because the 11th, we have then Mercury intertwining with Leo. Leo season's coming up here, by the way, for my fellow lions. So you might be feeling more playful during the 11th. Really pay attention. That inner child might really want to come out. You're going to be feeling more inspired, more bold. I keep on hearing, for some reason, I'm going to say it, I hear stilettos, high heel shoes. I don't know if some of you are going to be getting your stilettos on that day or your high heels. Let me know if you do. I just literally saw stilettos. Like, once upon a time, I'd wear high heels and I'd work in the corporate world and stuff, and I had stilettos and that. I'm not into high heels anymore. I've given a lot away of my beautiful high heels and stuff like that. It's just, I used to wear it on my show, but I just, but for those of you who are drawn to wear your stilettos that day and your high heels, let me know. Let me know. You might want to be walking your truth, because that's the day of truth. And you're going to be hearing more messages coming through that day as well. Like this week, completely all of it, you're going to be getting a lot of messages coming through. So on even the 12th, you're going to be facing your fears more. Maybe that's when you're also going to be continuing on your journey with your stilettos. I'm going to be stomping it up. Like here in Calgary, where I'm at, Alberta, we have the Calgary Stampede on. I avoid it like the plague. I haven't been there since probably early teenage years, which was once upon a time, many, many, many moons ago. So I'm just not into it. I've been there, I've done it so many times, but it's a lot of fun. So for those of you who are stampeding, have fun, embrace that cowgirl, cowboy within, and live it up. Have some fun. Bring out your inner child. So it's a day of really facing your fears that day, and the energies will definitely work with you, because on the 13th we have Venus energy coming in. You're going to be recognizing more of your achievements. You know how I said we're going to be seeing and hearing and feeling if it's from within yourself, or it very well could be like somebody else, or work recognitions, or you might be getting, hey, good job down, we can see you, we've seen what you've done, we like what you're doing, bravo for your achievements. But it's more important to look within yourself and identify with your achievements, because it's not about making huge quantum leaps. It's about taking one step at a time. Slow and steady wins the race. Sometimes things happen very quickly, and that goes by the ebb and the flow and the energy times as well. So you might be seeing a huge quantum leap that day, or you might be seeing things slowing down a little bit. However, you are going to get recognition for your work one way or another, like for those artists, for those writers, if it's a promotion at job, if you've been working on your health, working out or losing weight, whatever it is. Let me know if you guys are getting some recognition. Let me know. Keep me posted. Which is always really nice when somebody, says, what, I really appreciate you, I really appreciate what you're doing. Thanks for everything that you're doing. You've really changed my life. You've really made a difference in my life. Whatever it is, excuse me, the littlest things can make a really big difference. Of course. So on the 14th, you might find that you're going to want to slow down more. You're going to be like, oh goodness, what a week that was. I've been running around. I've been doing this, and that. Today to really reflect, meditate, setting boundaries. You might be like, what? I just need to turn my phone off. I just need to take time out for me. I need to really set some boundaries. I need to have a me day. I need to have a day for just me, just to, maybe sit back and watch some movies, or me just sit back and do some gardening, or like whatever it is. Pay attention to that. Like I literally slept almost 12 hours last night. I woke up and I'm like, oh, and I looked at the clock and I'm like, oh my God, like what? And I'm like, oh, I better hurry up and get up, and we get that. Sleep can be light on, because we do have those solar flare energies, and they're getting really intense. So that can cause sleep to be off. That can make you feel really exhausted, but you have to keep on pushing yourself. You might just want to have a day of just some quiet time, listening to some videos, just getting little things done around the house, like whatever it is, getting in touch for nature, going hiking, whatever it is. And we all have to love ourselves, and that self-love, taking time out for you, is so important. We all get so wrapped around with family and events, friends and work and our animals, so on and so on and so on, that even on the 15th, it's more all about love and compassion. And love yourself unconditionally. Very important. You might find that you're going to be more compassionate towards humanity or towards a neighbor or friend or family or yourself or whatever it is. It's really important to show kindness. Show kindness towards others. We all have stuff we're dealing with. We all have inner battles we're dealing with. And not all people share what's going on in their lives. I mean, I don't. I hold a lot back and I deal with things in my own way. Some people, they like to reach out. Go on your own flow with what feels right for you, because it's really, really important. And, oh, but Jeni, I don't know how to love myself. What do I do? Take a look at where you're not happy. Take a look at, like, who's draining you, who's draining your energy, who's being very demanding of your time, who is trying to control or manipulate you, like just different things like that, negative energies. And this is when you really need to take that time out. And that's why the 14th of July, you're going to want to be, I just really need, because you're going to find even between the 13th and the 15th, your shoulders, like tenseness, tension can be held in the shoulders and even your arms and your hands and even your lungs, as you're grieving and healing. You might feel a little bit of chest pains or a little, like, what's going on with my chest? Because when you're grieving and such like that and suffering, it does affect the chest area with your lungs. So that's why we need our space days and our days of space, so we can tune in, because as you're evolving and as you're identifying more with who you are, some people are like, yeah, but this is who you are. This is who you are, Jeni. Da 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 da. And I'm like, oh, okay. I know who I am. And we're out there, we're doing what we're doing and such like that. But there's very, very few limited people that truly know who I am. Very limited amount of people. There's a lot of people. Yeah, we know who you are. No, you don't. So as long as you are being true to you, walking your truth, because this week you're going to be walking your truth and wanting to be surrounded more by the truth, like on the 12th, you're going to be like, I have no time for that. I'm just, no, all of that. You're going to be seeing that even more and more and more. And when your vision becomes clear, when you look within, really reflect and look within your heart, look within your heart. There's so much fear going on right now out there. Well, this is going to happen, or this is going to be happening. And oh my gosh, just take that information, push it aside, push it aside. That can stop people from living their life. Oh, yeah, but if I do this, if I do that, stall. This is a day when you're going to want that space time for you, that quiet time, setting boundaries, because you're going to be like, I need time for me to figure things out or come to terms. You can always book a reading with me. I'm a psychic, clairvoyant, medium, past life, akashic record, animal communicator, pranic healer, life coach, relationship coach, meditation teacher, you name it. And I can give you that clarity that you need, and it's combining with your past life, because there's been a lot of past life healing and clearing going on as well. And this is why you're like, I had these dreams of this, this, and that. Your dreams have been very, very intense lately. Really pay attention to your dreams. Oh, but Jeni, I had this dream and oh my God, is that going to happen? Really pay attention, because certain things that you could be fearful of, certain things that you have been overthinking of, you're dreaming of. You're dreaming of. You ever notice that, let's say you connected with a friend, let's say, how I said you could run into certain people or hear from people from your past. Isn't that interesting, Jeni? Because after I talked to them, that my dream that night were of us. We were doing this or that or whatever it was. So really pay attention. You know, like I had a dream where water was filling up, let's say. I'm not going to go into lots of details. You know, people are like, oh my God, are you sinking? Is this sinking? And it's like, no, water represents emotions, right? It all depends what's in the dream and such like that. Some people are like, oh my God, should I move away from the water? Should I move away from this? Is this? It's like, stop the fear. Your soul is bringing things up front for you to identify with. Write it down. You could always book a reading with me, soulworkwithjeni.com, and I can give you that clarity with a lot of details of what's really happening, what's going on. Why is your soul bringing these things to the surface to show you and give you that clarity? Because sometimes we just need those confirmations we're on the right path, or that clarity that we're doing this, and yeah, we need to end that or resolve that. Sometimes we just need those confirmations to know that, oh, yes, I'm on the right path, and this is why this is happening, and this is why I'm feeling like that, and so on. Absolutely. You're identifying within. And some people can get thrown off the track, as I call it, right? You know, we all go through that. So let's ask a couple of cards, of course, collectively, what the universe wants to say to us, what messages the universe has for us. So I'm just going to pull a card first off from one of my angel decks, and make sure that whenever you're utilizing and using any cards, to knock them 3 times on wood. When you knock them 3 times on wood, you're clearing the energy of you when you last used them, or if somebody else used them as well. If not, the energy just gets carried forth. So I have cleared my decks before I even start my video here for you guys. So let's ask the message from the spirit world. What's the cosmic message from the 8th to the 15th of July collectively? What's the messages from our angels, considering I'm using one of my angel decks collectively? I don't use cards, by the way, when I'm with a client, because I'm clairvoyant. I don't need cards. I read into your level of consciousness to see where you're at, and so on and so on and so on. So what's the message collectively from the angels from the 8th to the 15th? What is the message from our angels? Right away, right away. Back here. All right. What do you desire? You now have the opportunity to write the script according to your heart's true desires. You know how I said this is Soul Identity Week? Once you clearly decide upon your true desires, which is you following your passion, by the way, and know that you're ready and deserving of them, they'll rush into your life as if by magic. That's right. Because when you start, you know how I said manifestation this week? When you start writing down, geez, Jeni, you know what? I'd really like to have that career, or I'd really like to move there, or I'd really like to change this, whatever it is, start writing it down. Because when you start writing it down on a vision board, don't worry about how it's going to happen or when it's going to happen. Some people write dates of, you know what, I want to lose 20 pounds by such and such a date, or I want to have my project done by this time, or whatever it is. You can set dates for yourself as well, because the universe will work with you. When you start writing down, the universe then starts working for you and with you. So manifestation, absolutely. Like I tweak my vision board every now and then as well. And what you're also going to learn is, you know, as you look back on your vision board, you're going to be like, you know, I had that down there and I just don't want to do that anymore, or I just don't resonate with that anymore. That's a blessing, because you're like, yeah, I'm like walking differently. I'm like wanting this path now. I'm not really walking or wanting that path anymore. That's why this week, your identity within your soul is coming forth even more. So really pay attention, and don't worry how it's going to happen. You can book a reading with Jeni, of course, right? I can give you more clarity. So what an amazing card. What an amazing card. So let's pull a card here as well, and find out what is the message from the spirit world, July 8th to the 15th. What is the message? What is the message collectively? What is the message from the spirit world? There we go. Move your body. Move your body. So as you're moving your body, you're going to release some stuck energy. Maybe some of you are like, I really want to start getting back into exercising or working out, or maybe I want to take a dance class. Maybe I want to go for a walk and such like that. Because when you move your body, you're going to dance, you're going to breathe, you're going to flow better. If you're just constantly stuck behind a desk, which believe me, I work long hours as well, we have to have that time to stretch, move our body, move our shoulders around, go for a walk, work out, to let go of that energy that's stuck within. Because if you're not moving your body, the energy is not moving around. And you could feel more tired. You could feel more like, wow, I feel like really heavy. I'm just like no energy. Move your body around, because that really moves it around. Even when you meditate, it's really important after you meditate to move your body around even more. Like some people will meditate and then they'll do a workout, because they've let go of that excess energy. They've got a lot more clarity coming in from spirit and from their soul. And then they're like, I'm going to work out now. I'm going to release the rest of that energy and move forward into my higher self and hear my soul speak even more. So what a beautiful card that is. And look how Hawaiian that looks. Like Hawaii, for those of you who know me, my home away from home is Hawaii. And I have been planning a trip for quite some time. So divine timing, all of that's going to come together. I have some projects over there I'm also been working at, and so on and so on. So what a beautiful card that is. Like breathe in the fresh air, right? So let's ask our crystal world, by the way. I love my crystals, as you guys know. What is the message from our crystals? What's the message from our crystals? July 8th to the 15th. Wow, right away. Like this card felt like right away. Just going to put that away. Tiger's eye, eye of the tiger. Overcome your fears. Look at that. You know how I said on the 12th of July, you're going to be facing your fears? You're going to be like, I want to conquer that fear that I have. When you conquer your fears, you're liberating your soul. You're embracing it. If whatever it is you're scared of, write it down, really write it down, and ask yourself, why am I afraid, Jeni? Some people are scared of failure. Some people are scared of success. Geez, Jeni, I can't work on that project. What happens if I become so successful? Geez, Jeni, I can't work on that project because what if I fail? How are you going to know if you don't face your fears? Start writing it down. Like I've faced fears myself, because that's the only way out. It's like, okay, what am I really scared of? What's going to happen if I do this or if I do that? Or like really. And let's say, for instance, if you face your fears and you failed at it, just for an example, you at least know that that's not your destiny. That's not your route. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. There's so many reasons why. There's so many reasons. And that's why also I do past life akashic record readings, because we hold fears and limitations and memories in our cellular level. So when you come back into this lifetime, do you ever notice that some of you could be scared of like spiders or flying or like whatever it is? Because that is connected with once upon a time, your other lifetime. And I will let you know why you're scared, what happened through it, and how to work through it, declare it, so you can move on and conquer your fears. It's really liberating, hugely liberating, by the way. So let's just ask another card here, because we're still going through healing. Really pay attention to what you're letting go of. We're all getting triggered. That's going to continue until the end of September as well. The energy can change as well after that time to bring on even more final clearing towards the end of the year, which is pretty normal. But just really, really pay attention to what's coming up. Well, geez, Jeni, I had that dream that I was talking to somebody the other day and they were sexually abused by someone along, like once upon a time, and they confronted their mother on that. And their mother is like, that never happened. My husband didn't do that, and so on and so on and so on. Really listen to your child. Like if your child or somebody else talks to you, say, you know what, I was abused or whatever like that. Somebody's not really going to make up a story like that. If they are, that's their karma, and there's some more deep healing and something that they really need. However, listen to them, and sometimes that, they have to go for professional help or whatever it is. So when everything's coming to the surface, really pay attention to what it is, because your soul is like, hey, we need some healing from that. You're still healing and working through that process. Like certain traumas, they can take a lifetime. And if you run from traumas that you're trying to stuff back in and hold within, it's going to be more difficult and difficult and difficult to deal with. And you very well could bring back that trauma again in the next lifetime. There's so much involved with it, but I'm just saying, really, really pay attention, and you might have more compassion, towards others, especially on the 15th. You know how I said it's about unconditional love and more compassionate and such. You very well could be hearing something about someone that that could shock you, that you could hear something, you could be like, wow, I didn't realize that. I'm really sorry that happened to you, and so on and so on and so on and so on and stuff like that. So that's why it's really important to show a lot of compassion towards humanity and other people, because you truly don't know someone's walk of life. Really, you don't. So what is the message collectively from the 8th of July to the 15th? It's a message. What is the message? Message. Oh, I tell you, what was I just talking about? Kindness. Wow. See how spirit listens? See how, you can channel that. I channel with spirit. I work and channel with the Christ consciousness, all beings. I literally hear messages 24/7. Look at that. Kindness, showing love and kindness towards others and humanity. Wow. What a beautiful card. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that tree of nature giving that little boy a little flower there. Maybe that little child within, that inner child is starting to come out and needs that healing. Really listen to children. Really listen to them. So I actually work with children and help them bring out their abilities. One of my youngest clients actually is 8 years old, and of course I won't work with children unless they have an adult with them, at least 18 years or older, like a parent or family or somebody who's looking after them. And I do help children bring through their abilities as well. So it's a very beautiful card, actually, for me to see that little boy there as well. So look at that. Wow. Wow. So on that note, please like my channel. It really helps out. As I'm building my channel, please subscribe, share my videos. Let me know what you think. Let me know what's going on with you guys as well, and so on. And, what other kind of content do you want to see coming on my channel and such like that as well? I had somebody say, you should really monetize your channel so we can give you donations. However, there has to be so many views on your videos. That's one of the criterias on YouTube for that to happen. So I'm not there yet. So that's why I'm building my channel in time. I'm not going to go overload on videos because it takes a lot of time for me as well. But that's what I'm saying. As I'm building my channel, I'm going to be expanding more and adding a lot more content as well. If you guys want to donate, you can donate through my PayPal, Jeni Cousins at hotmail.com, or you can make a donation through my website. I have 3 different slots, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and 60 minutes, different prices. Some people will do that. I had somebody do that a couple of weeks ago. They made a donation And I thought they were booking a session, and they sent me a note. They said, no, I'm not booking, but I just wanted to give you a little bit of a donation because I really appreciate the work that you're doing. And I'm like, wow, I'm so grateful. I'm truly grateful for every one of you, believe me. So anyways, on that note, happy Soul Identity Week. Embrace who you guys are. Namaste. Bye for now. Namaste, everyone. I'm Jeni Ji. I'm an international known clairvoyant psychic medium, past life akashic record, animal communicator, relationship coach, meditation teacher, and so on. I am here to tell you there is some exciting news. I'm revamping my YouTube channel. That's right. There's new content coming out weekly. I'm going to talk about the weekly cosmic vibes, what you're experiencing and why, how to utilize that, and giving you the reasons behind it. We're going to talk about the new moon, the full moon, Mercury retrograde, and I'm going to give you those insights, how to manifest and make things happen for you at the right time. It's time, everyone. It's time to wake up this planet. Let's show some love and compassion. Let the fear go. Let the negativity go. Let's do this together and transcend your soul in quantum leaps. I'll be here. Where are you? Hit that red button at the corner there, subscribe to my channel, and let's make this happen. Let's do this now. Namaste.